Hello, everyone. Welcome to this session of cybersecurity. Before going to the definition of cybersecurity, let's see few definitions or something related. What is cyber attacks and what is cyber criminal? Then we will define what is cybersecurity. Coming to cyber attack is nothing but something where an attempt to gain illegal access to a computer or computer system which causes damage or harm, and it can be to any modern digital devices where it can impact any range from an inconvenience for an individual to global economic, etc. An attacker can use people, computers, phones, applications, messages, and system process to carry out an attack. It can be an individual, organization, institutions, and governments where they can be victim of these attacks. So these attacks might be of blocking your data and processes, remove your vital information to cause serious harm, steal information and expose your private information publicly, and to stop vital business processes and systems from running to cause disruptions and malfunctions. Next, coming to what is cybercriminal. Cybercriminal is defined as anyone who carries out an cyber attack. These cybercriminals can be a single person or a group of people, an organization for hire, a government entity. So these criminals can be located anywhere where it can be inside an organization or institution where it causes damage from within. So there are few types of cybercrime which occurs, which can be a phishing email, phishing or a brute force attacks or a virus or a DDoS attacks, etc. So before these are the two definitions we have seen. Now, how was cybersecurity being defined? So cybersecurity refers to technologies, processes, and training that help to protect systems, networks, programs, and data from cyber attacks, damage, and unauthorized access. So, this cybersecurity is necessary for a countries where it is utilized for a militaries, hospitals, large corporations, small businesses, and other organizations and individuals. The main concern is once the data of any organization is exploited, then there are lot of risks. For examples, we have different types of cybersecurity attacks, phishing attacks, which is caused through a email. Next, man in the middle attack is something where the attacks are caused where a third party diverts our authentications. Password attacks is related. Password attacks and brute force attacks are related to the password, where an hacker can hack our credentials with the user ID and the passwords. And we have different types of attacks like DOS or DDoS, phishing attacks, viruses, malware attacks, cross-site scripting, and SQL injection attacks. So these are the different types of cybersecurity attacks. Next, coming to the main part of this is CIA TRIAD. What does CIA abbreviated in terms of cybersecurity? C stands for confidentiality, I for integrity, and A for availability. Coming to confidentiality, confidentiality is defined where the information should be visible to the right people. and only authorized parties can access sensitive informations and functions. For example, in a, it can be used in a military secrets or a bank details, where when we want or when you plan to open an account, we walk in into the bank where we find the details. What is the process to open a bank details? So you get an application form where you give all the details and related ID proofs. So these ID proofs are the very sensitive matter of a person who's opening an account. So now the bank people will keep this once your account is open, where your details are entered in the database, where your account should be kept secret, and all the access or the ID proof which you have given, those all should be kept confidentiality. So those details should be confidential. Next, coming to the integrity. Integrity is nothing but information should only be changed by the right people or processor. So only the authorized people can alter, add, or remove sensitive information and functions. For example, when a user entering incorrect data into the database or a ATM pin change. So when you open, for example, as we stated in the confidentiality, how an account is opened and the details are be secured with the bank. And the same person wants to change his ATM pin. So at the time of opening the account, you may be given with this checkbooks or the ATM or the debit cards and your account details with the account book. So now when you want to change your ATM pin, you need to walk into the ATM center and where you have an option to change your PIN. Once the PIN is changed, it is not to be shared and it is kept with you. Since the account is of you, you do an option with where to change the PIN. And when you go into the or walking into the bank, if you have done any changes, that it gets reflected, and that is where only the bank people and yourself where the information is kept secretly. Next, coming to the availability. Availability is nothing but where information should be visible and accessible wherever needed, where systems, functions, and data must be available on demand according to agreed upon parameters based on the levels of service. For example, internet banking. So, at the time of opening your account, you will be given with the user ID and the password where you can log in through the website from your systems or laptops. So this, when the credential are given and when you want to do some transactions, there is no need where you need to walk in into the bank. So you can open into the open from the laptop the website and you can just give your credential and log in. So here you can find your account details, account summary, or you can do any transactions, or if you want to see any statements where you have access, which is visible and accessible to you. So this is what where you have the availability of your account details. So thank you for the session. Let's catch you in the next section. Thank you.